Alright, welcome back to Super Sentai Review episode number 520. We review episodes 20 and 21 of Lupinranger versus Patranger. We get a brand new character in these two episodes, and these episodes are really good. I'm like, oh my gosh. Character. His name is Noel. Noel Takio. And that is him. Yeah. So we don't see him a little later in the episode where, get this, so he rides a train. And I saw this, I'm like, yeah, this one has a lot of Tokucha with this. And a little bit with, I would say, Go-Go 5. And get this, when he's leaving, they actually have the catchphrase from Tokucha in this one. I'm like, okay. And then you see him, and he goes and battles a monster in this first episode. Yep. Who has got not one, but two safes. You're like, huh, that is interesting. Oh yeah, and here's the thing about this guy. It's a monkey that's sort of like an evil version of the monkey from Journey into West. Son Goku, the character was inspired for Goku from Dragon Ball Z. And the fact he's got a power pole. I thought that was really cool. And he's also, like I say, he's the first monster to have two safes. And the items here are interesting. One looks like a camera. The other looks like it's, I'm trying to think, it was like some object, I think it was. So, first was grabbed a little earlier, then later on in the episode. Then of course, introduced to the guy who basically beats him up this episode, known only at this point as Lupin X. That's him. Very cool looking suit. Yep. And he just beats him up, saves a father and daughter. Daughter was kidnapped by the monster of the episode, and he just saves them, and, well. And then, of course, you have where Kira, that's Lupin Red, he just walking and then just happens to see. Actually, let's see if I can find him here. Is Carrie, yeah. He just happens to run into Keitou, just reading a paper in a suit. Something he hasn't done in a while. He has done this since like episode 5 or 6, I think it was, where he finds we have this Lupin X character, and then of course he leaves and like, who's Lupin X? And then it's like, oh, I'm Lupin X, and he just does a bunch of flips. And then he just takes out his pocket like a field. He stole all these people's phones, all their smartphones. And then as soon as he returns, instantly rests on the spot for being Lupin X. And he's brought to them eventually, and of course they just like, oh yeah, I'm Noel, and all this other stuff. And the thing is, he's speaking Japanese here's the thing, with a French accent. I thought that was interesting. I never really heard this very much at all in any Toku series. A character who speaks with an accent while speaking Japanese. And he's very charming. So, he also was hitting on, what's her name, Tagasa. Yeah, he's hitting on her throughout, like a couple times throughout this, and then of course basically he contacts the Lupinranger like, I know who you are, but I'm not telling the police. And of course they go out, battle the guy, and like, oh, this other key was arrested. He's working with him, and then he sees him transform. Which apparently this thing is like a gun, but you can spin backwards between Lupin X, Panther X. Yeah, it becomes Panther X. You're like, huh? Yeah. And this is him as Panther X. He looks like basically like a detective with his trench coat. Really cool. Battles the grunts. Lupinrangers come in. Of course, this big brawl. And of course, they can save him on his back, of course. And then we see the debut of his train. We see his trains again. Well, then, of course, they combine with the Lupin one. And become Lupin Kaiser trains. Beats the monster. And by the way, for the next episode, he does anything with the Patranger mech, where he switches out their things. And of course, he gets himself like a golden outfit, per se. I want to show this off here, because this is the outfit he wears next episode. Like, huh, he's working with the policeman. I'm like, that's interesting. Yeah, so... Also 21 is basically where they alter the opening title sequence. First time in the series, and it's like, oh, join the music, whatever. And you probably think, hey, what's the monster this one? Monster one is interesting, where he is basically a toothbrush monster. You think, wait, a toothbrush monster? Yeah, a freaking toothbrush monster. Where he's just scrape away at a dam. And... And by the way, you actually don't. This is actually the first time you don't see the password number for his safe. They just, oh, there it is. Like, I found that to be interesting. And of course, we do debut the Panther Kaiser trained mech. Obviously, the beam goes giant size. And aside from the fact you see him joining the GSPO, he's working with the thieves. We also see that he knows Kaitou, and of course, oh, he's the engineer. He's actually one who actually now, it's revealed that the vehicles they have, he designed those. Their changers, however, that was designed by Idris Lupin. And the thing is, apparently the reason the police have got their chargers become Panther Rangers is because it was intercepted by something related to him, and they also kind of go here at the main headquarters for the GSPO is in France. I wonder if that's a Lupin reference, because the fact Lupin himself is basically French. And I'm guessing probably the reason why they decided to do Lupin, per se, as Lupinranger, the whole gentleman thief thing, I'm guessing the reason why they did it because, and this is my personal theory on the matter, I'm thinking it's because it was probably like the 50th anniversary of the Lupin 3rd manga. That could be the reason why. I'm not really sure, but all in all, 2 really good episodes. Like I said, I like Noel. He's a great character. He's got so much charm with them. By the end of these 2 episodes, he's wanting to have a chat with Kaitou, and they reveal the next episode was over him borrowing something. I started watching 22, but haven't finished watching yet, but overall, fantastic 2 episodes. Amazing. Yep. By far of the 21 episodes I've watched so far, these 2 are the best written and exciting episodes to watch so far. Nothing against previous episodes, but these episodes were a lot of fun. I think he definitely was needed as a character, because I'm sure they probably need to change dynamic. Also, he's probably the latest 6th Ranger I've seen ever join. No, technically he's the 7th person here. But normally they have these people debut on 17, 18, or at least early as like episode 7. Or in the case of what happened later with Jeremy, we debut episode 1 as a narrator. But mostly put, I think he's by far the latest one to debut, like at episode 20. Like, interesting. You're probably thinking, what about, let's say, a lot of the other ones usually make debut around like the at least the quarterway point of the show. Usually between episodes 15 to maybe like 19. But except a few times, a lot of the time that's usually the time frame they use debut. But here, episode 20. And it's like, some stuff in that first episode is like, this is probably what's going to be saved for next episode, but nope, we're showing up this episode here. But yeah. Yeah, but not much else to say about this one. These two episodes, okay? So, that's pretty much it for a video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, next video is going to finish watching these 3 episodes, and then just, well, go back to watching Kamen Rider Double, okay? Thanks, Phil.